Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm going to do a bit of a demonstration of how you can actually spot suspicious or unauthorized packets from your network. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up my browser, and I want to generate some random traffic. So let's say just going to type in here test in the search query, and while I'm at it I'll just start a live session as well. So there we go. Live session has started. It's now listening, and I don't know what I can do. Whatever you want. Yeah, we can go to the speedtest.com. I'm sure we've all been here countless times when our ISP providers don't give us the speeds that we want, and we've cried about it on end. I don't know. We can head over to Google and head over to YouTube as well. All of these requests will be recorded. You'll see what I mean by it. And this is my only browser that is currently open. As you can see, there is nothing else here, so I'm just going to go ahead and close it. Oops, what is this? So we have some red warnings. Red ones are usually the packets that drop. I'm not too sure about this, but it doesn't really matter. I don't seem to be getting HTTP traffic at all. This seems to be ridiculous. I'm just getting SSH traffic, which is encrypted. It stands for Secure Shell. And let me see, where have my HTTP packets gone? They're probably being overrun. Type in HTTP and press enter. And look at this. Since we have a large amount of packets, it takes it a very long time. I mean, it's not a very long time, but for only maybe 100,000 packets, it took you that much. But imagine if you were capturing traffic for an hour, that would have been a pretty big problem. And here are our HTTP packets, but I need to clear this. I need to figure out what is happening with those SSH packets. What is that? What is being transmitted? So let's see if we can actually dig down into the packets themselves and see what sort of information can we pick up from them. So at this point of time, I'm being overrun by them. There's just so many of them. This is going to cause me to crash, so I'm just going to stop this capture from going on, and I'm going to click on one of them to see what on earth is going on here. So down here I see who is communicating with who. As we've discussed before, you have MAC addresses, but I obviously know both of these MAC addresses, and this is local connection. These are all local connections, but for the sake of the tutorial we can just assume that I have no idea that these are some strange addresses to me, and that I don't know to whom do they belong. Below we have Internet Protocol, and it says source IP address and destination IP address. Now you can conclude what it might be by this destination IP address. Of course, again, I obviously know to which device does this IP address belong to, but any IP address could be here, and if you're not familiar with it, you can always go on the net and search for it, but that's not going to lead you anywhere. It might tell you who owns it or something of a kind, but not necessarily that person is using it. It might tell you like this and this telecom is the owner of it, it's a VPN or it's a proxy or something of a kind, and it's not going to give you that. I mean, it might give you hints, but it's not going to give you definitive answers for sure. Down below we go into Transmission Control Protocol, and it says that the communication is going over destination port 22. Interesting. So I'm just going to go ahead into the filter field and type in, what am I going to type in here? I'm going to go TCP dot port equals to 22, and I'm going to filter out all traffic on port 22. You see how many packets there are? There are too many for Wireshark to be able to do it that fast. So it even gives me the time left in order to go through all these packets, to filter it through, and to show me what I want to see. So they all look pretty much the same to me, except for the red ones. I'm guessing, yep, there we go. And if we click on another one here, and if we go down to SSH protocol, do you remember the tutorial about HTTP protocol and how I said everything was unencrypted, all the information could be seen in plain text? Well, look at what SSH protocol looks like. I mean, the information that it's sent over SSH protocol. It says encrypted packet, and you cannot make heads or tails out of this. I mean, it is completely useless to you. If it has some sort of very weak encryption, you might be able to brute force it, but that is not the case. That is very rarely the case. These keys are really long, and it is very unlikely that you'll be able to brute force or crack this. So the bad news of it all is that we don't know what sort of what sort of communication is going on here, what is happening. We just know that we are communicating with this address and that there are some packets that are being sent. So what are we going to do now? The thing that we're going to do now is I'm going to open up a terminal, because Wireshark managed to tell me a great deal of things. Basically, I wouldn't be able to figure out what was going on if I didn't have Wireshark here. And that's where this tool really begins to shine. That's where it shows its purpose, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to clear the screen here, and I'm going to do ls off dash I small I colon, and I want to see what is going on that port 22. I want to get the process ID that is using that port. I press enter, and of course I got the command wrong. It's like this. Excellent. Okay, so I see that the process is running. Hold on, I can do this. I can do a better job of this. Let me just go ahead and expand the terminal a bit. There we go, and let's look at it like this. Yeah, this is much better. So I do believe that this communication is over, as it says close wait. But this is the PID. Command is SSH. This is the most important part. So once you have the process ID, if you're root, you can always kill it. The good news is that the user currently using this process is not root user, so you can be safe to an extent, but still it is not good to have unknown processes on your computer that you have no idea what are, and most likely are foreign processes. In any case, what anybody would do at this point of time is just kill and type the name of the process 0057. That's it. We go back into Wireshark, and damn, it's now slowing down a little bit. And no, I do not want to reload the capture file. I want to start the capture process again and close it without saving. I have applied this filter, but it would seem that no packets are being captured, as I have closed all my browsers and I have killed this process. So once again, we have absolutely no unauthorized communication of whatsoever. This is also one of the good ways of actually verifying what is going on your computer, is just by close your browser, close all the programs that you know of that are yours, and after that point of time, go into Wireshark and observe the traffic, see what is going on. If you see that there are some sort of, that it's still communicating to the outside world, that something is going on, then there's something wrong, for sure. In any case, I thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed the tutorial. Hope that it was informative, and I bid you farewell till next time.